Hello my friends and fellow gamers, and welcome back to our Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. My name is Blue, and here we are with our party, having just picked up Astarion, and sadly having lost Gale into the depths of the rock portal that he was stuck into. In today's episode, we're going to go fetch a couple more party companions and clear out some stuff in the Emerald Grove. So without further ado, we are going to continue on down the path on which we found Astarion. We see the boar that Astarion was attempting to use as bait to get us, to ambush us. And I do have Speak with Animals, so I'm going to cast that. And Luna will walk forward and try and speak to this very scared looking boar.
Away!
This boar who wants nothing to do with us. Calm down, little buddy. I will not hurt you.
You're all the same. Too many of my kind died because of your spears, but not me.
You know what? That's kind of fair. So let's go ahead and pardon me. Let's go ahead and pick up that hunk of balsam, and then if memory serves me, there should be something for us to find down in this alcove. Assuming we pass the necessary check. Yay! Thank you, Shadowheart. As your reward, you get to move this giant rock off of our treasure.
Got a long road ahead.
Luna goes ahead and peeks inside, sees a Harper's notebook, sees a map, and sees a bunch of other goodies, including a potion of speed and some gold. That is now ours for the taking, and since we have a mostly full party, Luna feels much more comfortable with going off to fight those Intellect Devourers that she and Shadowheart spotted just beyond the beach. She's going to want to approach it stealthily, and she's going to send her two other party members upward to try and get the jump on them. So we're going to bring Shadowheart forward. To explode that Nautiloid container and hopefully hitting both of those Intellect Devourers. Yes, indeed. So just a quick trick for anybody who might not know. The Intellect Devourer that was hanging out up here has a normal pathway of he starts here, takes one turn. Thank you for interrupting my explanation, Astarion. Anyway, the Intellect Devourer starts up here, takes one turn, which is 6 seconds, and hangs out here. It then scuttles off over here to stand there for another 6 seconds. So if you count to 5 in your head and then blast with a fireball the Nautiloid tank that was right here, that should be just enough time for the Intellect Devourer to start walking by right as the tank explodes, so you can take out these two Intellect Devourers in one firebolt. So just a quick trick if ever you struggle with taking these down, or you're a bit nervous about how to take them down. That's a really good way to either kill them outright or severely weaken them. So anyway, Astarion is going to come over to this corner to get line of sight, and he's going to shoot an arrow for a critical hit, 11 damage on that Intellect Devourer. Shadowheart has done everything that she can, but Luna is lying in wait. So she is going to sneakily creep up behind this Intellect Devourer and try and get off a smack. She is not going to cast Shillelagh because she does not want that to betray her positioning. So instead, she is just going to reach out and whack it. For another critical hit, wow, 6 damage. So that is those Intellect Devourers dealt with. I didn't mean to inspect that one. I want to loot this abducted nobleman. He's got a rapier, which our rogue will make better use of. Up here, she loots an Intellect Devourer for some goodies, But while I'm thinking about it, let's just get everybody's equipment dealt with. So Astarion will trade his short bow for a light crossbow. He is mainly going to be our archer, and so we want him to have as much archery capability as possible. And he will swap out his dagger for a rapier.
What's next?
Shadowheart doesn't currently have a ranged weapon, and since I do not want to rely on Sacred Flame, I will give her a light crossbow also. And as we've established in the first episode, my character is not proficient in any of these ranged weapons just yet. I believe she's proficient in hand crossbows, so I will try and get her one of those if somebody is selling that inside the Emerald Grove. Up this burning pathway, partway down, we will see another dead mind flayer that you can salvage for resources. And then back on the other platform is a chest and another dead mind flayer. Simple toxin. And the mind flayer also has a potion of speed. Very nice. We're gonna hop down and explore the last section of the beach. So we've got a crate with some thieves' tools. Nothing in that wooden trunk. And a locked trunk.
What's past this?
Normally Astarion will be doing our lock picking, but I knew that this difficulty class wasn't too bad, so I figured I would just let Luna have the inaugural lock picking duty. But otherwise Astarion will be in charge of that. So chances are he will be in my party full time unless I decide to respec somebody else to be a rogue. But it's always helpful to have a lock picker and a sneakier sort of character in your party. We are going to teleport back to the roadside cliff because Luna is confident that the beach has been explored thoroughly. She pays her respects to the portal that consumed Gale, and she is going to walk on up these paths, and she sees some fellow tieflings, but more importantly, that Githyanki soldier from the Nautiloid, somehow having been ensnared in a trap.
Zorru was right. Yellow as a toad, twice as ugly.
You know, that's not very kind of the tieflings to say, considering how judgmental people are against tieflings.
How will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
Don't worry, I'll get rid of them one way or another. Hopefully passively. Peacefully, rather.
Though you never speak them aloud.
I know what grows inside you, and I know of a cure.
Remember how keen she was to leave me to die in the Nautiloid? We can't trust her.
I think that's some other biases creeping through Shadowheart right there. I do not want to attack the tieflings. They are my people, so I am going to try this deception check. This creature is dangerous. Get out of here and leave it to me. I have no charisma, which should make for an interesting party face. So, nothing but guidance. Perfect. +1, easy peasy.
She's right. Let's go. We need to check out that blast.
Oh, a blast? I could use more specifics.
You didn't hear it. Shook our camp good, so we came for a look.
Well, it might be that crashed Nautiloid ship on the beach, but you know, who's to say? I am in dire need of healing, rather. Where is this camp? DC 5. Perfect. 7 and change.
Northwest. Look for Nettie. Whatever your wound, she can mend it.
And be
Very
careful.
well.
There are goblin traps everywhere.
Nymessa, come.
All right.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
Usually there's another dialogue option. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave so that I can shoot her down. Well, I will have Astarion shoot her down, because I don't currently have a ranged option.
Observe and listen. You'll hear goblins before you see them.
As you say.
There we go, 2 shots to the weakened base.
The tadpole hasn't yet
And we
scrambled all your
find our
senses.
Githyanki warrior
Auspicious.
from the
But the longer
Nautiloid.
we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
Shush, Shadowheart. I mean, I don't like this option because Lae'zel has been fine to me, and we don't know the story of how she got stuck in that trap, and she wasn't the one to have attacked the other tiefling group. So I'm going to, first and foremost, ask her what is a creche.
It is many things. A hatchery, a training grounds, a shelter.
Githyanki protocol is clear. When infected with a ghaik tadpole, we must report to Augusto for purification.
Okay. Fine. Let's go ahead and journey together and find this creche and get this tadpole removed as soon as
You
possible.
have made an ally from Creche Kalir. Few know such fortune. Call me Lae'zel.
All right.
Trust your
I finally have a name to
but
put
I
to the
won't trust
face.
her. Not until I've gotten the measure of her.
You've a sharp tongue, elf. Would that your mind proved its equal.
Half elf. I suppose the finer details are lost on a creature like you.
Come. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zorru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. We will ask this Zorru where he has seen my kin.
All right, very well. And with that, we have a full party. This likely will not be my final party, and especially not without respecking to make everybody more efficient. But at least we've got 3 other traveling companions to help us ease the burden of working our way through Faerun. Leveling up Lae'zel isn't too much trouble because there's not any choices to be made. But let's go ahead and check her equipment. Yeah, I think her melee weapon is the best current option, and we too will give her a light crossbow for some more damage. So northwest is what the tieflings said regarding the camp that may contain a healer that might have some idea of how to cure our tadpole. But before we go there, we saw a shovel in this suspicious looking lump. So we are going to dig at this dirt mound and see what we can find. And we see a chest. And inside of it is some gold and a trap disarm kit. Usually I like to get rid of the black on the map, but I don't particularly care in this recorded run. So as we approach, we do hear a bit of shouting, so we are going to try and get the high ground to see what might be going on. And the game is saving our progress. So Shadowheart, sensing that something might not be quite right, is going to preemptively cast Bless on her newfound traveling companions and hope for the best as we creep forward and watch this conflict unfold.
Zevlor's orders! That pack of goblins will be on us any second! What's going on? Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now! You let goblins here? Where is the druid? Please! There's no time! By the 9 hells! Open the gate!
Again, Luna is watching this all unfold with a bit of horror. Seeing her fellow tieflings being shot at, seeing one of them fall, and even these poor adventurers who are just trying to seek refuge from a goblin horde, she feels sympathetic toward them, and is a bit frustrated that the tieflings were so slow to react. And what's this? We see this human jumping into the fray without hesitation and just eviscerating one of them. That is one hell of an entrance.
Get to the high ground! Raiders, charge the north!
Alright, so that guy looks like he is in charge of this goblin horde. Maybe we should try and focus them down. But for right now, we're going to swap these buttons. For right now, we are going to focus on the more immediate threat of the goblins that are barring our way. So Astarion is going to sneak in the bushes and try and get off a sneak attack. That connects for 14 damage. Well done, Astarion. And we'll just kind of hang back in the bushes for right now. Alright, we see one of the goblins shooting at Luna and missing, but that strange human unfortunately got hit. Luna is going to rush forward. She will cast Shillelagh on her weapon and give them a good old whack. For just 9 damage. So, you know, she hoped she would have been able to take them out, but she took out most of their health, so she's content. We see one of the adventurers coming forward and smacking a goblin and being smacked in return by a bugbear. One of the other adventurers tries to heal up and misses her attack. Ooh, and luckily escapes an attack of opportunity. So now we have Lae'zel, who's going to come up beside Luna. And in the teamwork that they showed on the Nautiloid, will smack, this goblin tracker who dodges her attack. But she is going to just shove them to the ground for one more bit of damage. And that is her turn wrapped up. That human who jumped into the fray will heal himself and cast an area of effect spell. Another of the adventurers attacks the warg. Ooh, one of the goblin wizards tries to cast Ray of Sickness and misses his attack. Zevlor sounds the horn and everybody is rallied for 8 temporary hit points, thank you Zevlor, and then shoots at one of the goblins for a good chunk of damage. Shadowheart, wanting to maintain the concentration on that bless spell, is just going to creep forward and try and cast a Sacred Flame. Let's cast it on that goblin tracker, even though it would be a better chance to hit the goblin wizard or the goblin caster. She's going to try and finish off the goblin tracker, and it connects for 6 damage. Well done, Shadowheart. So she's going to move back just a little bit to try and protect that concentration that she's got going. A goblin misses his attack on the adventurer. The warg misses their attack on an adventurer. The goblin leader goes after one of the adventurer and misses his attack. Oh, but his second attack hits. He lets out a reckless war cry. Let's go ahead and see what that does. So the reckless war cry, their strength is increased by 3, but their armor class, I cannot speak, I'm so sorry folks. Armor class is decreased by 1. So that should make them easier to hit. So Astarion is going to come forward and they are going to he is going to try and get rid of that goblin boss. And since there is an ally next to them, he is going to get off a sneak attack. Oh, for a critical hit of 14 damage. Well done, Astarion. And then he's going to turn around and loot this body. And that is his turn done. The ranged attack on the human misses. And now we are going to see Luna, remembering that she has so many animal forms, is going to wild shape into a wolf. She's going to assume the shape of a dire wolf that can incite allies and distract enemies. The dire wolf has a starting health of 18 hit points that will increase every 2 druid levels. So she gets down on all 4s, sprouts some fur, and a giant wolf makes its way into combat. And she rushes down into the fray. Not quite enough movement to attack, but she is ready to attack. Let's see if there's anything else I could be doing. What about an inciting howl? I technically probably should have howled while I was up there. Oh well. I've never played a druid before, so forgive me while I learn how to best play them. We see one of the adventurers taking down a goblin and getting hit by a bugbear. Ooh, one of the other adventurers incites an attack of opportunity and misses her bow shot. Lae'zel is going to hop into the fray and not fall prone, thank goodness. And she is going to whack this goblin caster for 10 whole damage, taking him out of the fight. She is next going to rush forward to be in position for her next attack. That human once again casts an area of effect spell and heals himself up. That was a good turn on his part. We see some more damage coming from the high ground. Shadowheart will creep forward and attempt to cast a Sacred Flame on the bugbear. Unfortunately, he does save. That is okay. She will rush back a little bit to preserve that concentration to the best of her ability. The warg misses their attack. The goblin leader misses his attack. Ooh, but his second one lands. And he jumps away from the adventurer. Astarion, hoping that the sight lines of the enemies are not looking at him, and he is correct. He hides and shoots off a sneak attack into the bugbear's back for 6 damage. Well done, Astarion. And now Luna is going to run forward and take a bite out of the bugbear, getting advantage because of pack tactics, because another ally is within range of that enemy. Ooh, the adventurer misses his shot, but the bugbear does not. That other adventurer shoots with her bow and connects. Lae'zel is going to take a whack at this warg for 12 damage. She is going to action surge and immediately smack again, successfully taking out that enemy. She will then rush off to her right and flank more of these enemies and await her next turn. The human casting an Eldritch Blast that unfortunately misses. One adventurer helping another one by chucking a health potion in her direction. The tiefling on the high ground missing his crossbow shot. Now Shadowheart is going to run forward a little bit, and she's going to try out that shiny new bow and will take a shot at the bugbear, unfortunately missing her shot. The goblin leader, takes a good chunk out of one of the adventurers. Astarion once more is going to hide from enemy sightlines and put a sneak attack in the back of the bugbear for 13 damage. Oh, so close, but doing a great chunk of damage. Well done, Astarion. Luna is going to attack again with advantage with pack tactics, so she's going to take a bite out of the bugbear for 7 damage, successfully killing that bugbear. She is then going to rush forward and crowd around the goblin boss. Another adventurer chucking a potion to the adventurer on the high ground, who then puts an arrow into the goblin boss. Lae'zel goes ahead and swings, connecting for 13 damage, and the battle is done. Alright, it looks like the gate to the grove has been opened, and I am going to drop my wild shape so that I can once again converse with people. But not before we loot all of the bodies that have been left behind. Luna saw how that human jumped into the fray without any hesitation, and is wondering if he might be amenable to traveling with her and her new companions. So she saw him walking into the grove. She's going to patiently wait for the door to open, and she's going to see if she can find him. But first, we see a bit of conflict blocking the road.
Children here, you fool! We was running for our lives. You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
Luna is going to step forward and question, because they're talking about a druid, and surely they're not talking about her. Druid? Those goblins didn't take any prisoners.
We lost him back at the ruins.
What ruins?
Crawling with gobos.
Oh.
He trusted you. Nobody forced him to go with us. He insisted. And when things got tough, he couldn't keep up. Simple as that.
It's rather harsh.
God, you're a coward.
The human's eye twitches. He's about to blow.
She's going to attempt a persuasion check. Again, she doesn't really have any charisma. But she's going to say, more violence will not bring back those you lost. Stop and think. She will give herself some guidance because she senses that with this tension, this is going to be very hard to persuade them to stand down. And unfortunately, regardless of what the guidance is, she misses the mark. And the human lands a heavy blow on the tiefling.
Prick had it out for me from day one. No one leaves my people out cold.
Well, you did kind of put him in a bind showing up like that, and he did try and open the gate.
Too little, too late. He was right, though. Coming back to this hellhole was a mistake no amount of gold can put right. I'd rather face another round of goblins than stay in this pit.
Alright, then go find them.
Goblins with the same vigor he had for once.
Alright, so Luna is just going to rush into the grove, but before she can even do anything, Astarion rushes forward and sneaks down and rifles through this tiefling's pockets.
Don't mind if I do. A quick credit. Thank you.
No time to rest.
Wondering what kind of thief she has just made friends with, Luna is going to ransack for some food. She figures that's the least they could do after she dealt with the goblins outside.
I care about our lives.
Alright, she sees this trio of tieflings having some sort of argument. And of course she just inserts herself right into the conversation.
They're kin!
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blades and spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay! These people aren't fighters. We can help!
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
Alright, the tiefling option, she is going to remind them of the El Terrell debacle, and that nobody else is going to stand up for our people, so we need to.
This isn't El Terrell, and I'm not responsible for every damn tiefling in the world!
Just be responsible for yourself then. We have to stay. It's the right thing to do.
Zerg. Fine. We'll stay. If we survive, it'll make for a good story, I suppose.
Thank you, Roland.
Alright. So we've ensured some more help, should it come to that. And Luna is going to backtrack because this guy looks like a merchant.
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you.
You're very
Is there
welcome.
anything you need? I lower my prices for fellow druids.
Oh, that's
But
kind
need
of
to be
you.
Quick. The ritual will be complete before too long.
What ritual?
I forgot. You're a blow-in. A few days hence, this grove will be completely concealed by thorny vines. None will be able to enter or leave.
I
A
beg your
drastic
pardon?
measure. But more monsters seem to terrorize this region every day.
Well, what about the people here? Looks like you have quite a few tiefling refugees.
We druids will be safe. As for those that took refuge here, well, may Sylvanas guard them as they continue their travels.
But you just said that the region is overrun by monsters. They're not going to survive by themselves.
As I said, it's a drastic measure. But the survival of the grove is paramount. There just aren't enough supplies to support everyone.
Sensing that she's not going to be able to argue much more with this little halfling, she's instead going to change the conversation and ask if there's a healer anywhere in this grove.
I pray no goblin arrow has grazed you. Nettie could put you to rights. She should be with the others in the inner chambers, but I doubt she'll be taking on new patients. The grove will be locked down soon.
Alright, well, you look quite mercantile. What are you
Some
selling?
bits and bobs I no longer need.
And quick cue the montage of selling all this crap. We'll keep a light crossbow because Wyll might want it. Let's send that to Shadowheart. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go ahead and send these brains to camp. We'll go ahead and sell Shadowheart's mace so that she can use the Morning Star instead. And I think that is everything sold. Let's go ahead and pick up a couple of healing potions. Those are always helpful in honor mode.
Sylvanas,
Well, they're helpful regardless. Alright. Luna is going to make her way forward. And she's going to take a look at this suspicious haystack.
That ox's gaze is following me.
And wonder what might be inside it. I did not mean to touch the torch. I meant to open up the haystack. And we find a pouch. And in that pouch, we see a bit of gold and a little gemstone. And we did pass an insight check that this strange ox is a bit strange.
You're addressing me? A humble ox? How quaint.
You are quite eloquent. Eloquent? That's definitely not how you pronounce it, but my brain has utterly crapped out on me. There's something strange about this ox. What is it? Luna is not very good at Arcana checks, so she is going to give herself a bit of guidance. And unless I roll a 4, nope. We have no idea what is wrong with this ox. And he just laughs at us. So we are going to go ahead and just leave him be. And we see that human who helped out with the goblin attack. Let's go ahead and talk to him.
Give me a best shot.
We see him training some tiefling kids.
Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this.
That really is good advice. Sometimes running is your best option, and if you can buy yourself enough time to do that, that's the best you can do.
You're on the right path, Umi. Go on now. Practice what you've learned. Well met. The blade of frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the blade of frontiers racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship.
I was indeed, and we both carry these mind flayer parasites.
Doomed to shed our skin and become a lithid, or so the stories go. But we haven't sprouted any tentacles. Not yet, anyway. Could just be good luck. I'm not so...
Your minds collide once more. Wyll chases the fiend ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil. A threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus Diaboli. A devil's advocate. A champion in the blood war between diabolical forces and demons.
Yikes. Devil's Advocate, you say? Do you think she'll bring the Blood War to Faerun?
That ship sailed the Styx already. All I can hope for is to limit the damage. Her name is Karlach, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill. I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her. She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
Well, I'm looking to cure this infection. Let's partner up.
Just so you know, my first duty is Karlach. I'm oath-bound to go after her.
That's
But
fine.
I won't deny this infection is bothersome.
It's a bit stronger than
accept your invitation.
bothersome.
Sorry, but there's no room for me.
Shadowheart could do with a rest.
See you at camp then.
Ready and willing.
Alright, so we have a new friend. Let's go ahead and level up Wyll. Level 2 Warlock. Let's go ahead and give him Hex, and Agonizing Blast, and Devil's Sight. I'll eventually also be getting Repelling Blast on him, but for now I think the Agonizing and Devil's Sight are good enough.
Any questions, children?
Have a lot on my mind.
Alright.
And well,
Luna is going to see this tiefling who appears to be struggling with a bit of combat.
Step, parry, strike, damn it! It's just not landing.
That's an interesting technique. Having a bit of trouble there, bud?
Nothing but. Goblins in the wild out for blood, and the druids in here looking to kick us out. Or worse. We need to be ready for a fight. But I'm useless with a sword.
Let's try an insight check. After having seen him display an attempted swing, no wonder you're struggling. You've got no balance. Space your feet farther apart. Perfect. 11 plus some change.
I'll try and brace them better. Like so. Step, brace, parry, swing. Yes! You really know
Better.
what you're doing. Found this by the road. Bet you'll put it to good use.
Keep practicing, and in time you'll make short work of any goblin.
Hopefully it's just the goblins we have to worry about. The druids are treating us like vermin. But I'll keep at it. Thank you.
And one last thing, you might not want to shout your moves out like that. It spoils the surprise.
Oh, yes. I'll bite my tongue when the time comes.
Alright, let's leave him to it. And we've got an inspiration from Lae'zel.
Swivel and wait. You're an idiot. Now lunge.
And we've received a battle axe. Well done. So this is the tiefling that has seen other Githyanki, and Lae'zel wanted to have a chat with him.
My Mordai's eyes. Another one. My friend's blood not enough. Come to rip me open too.
in Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
Well, don't call her a monster, but... Oh, I've never seen this option before. Show some sympathy, Lae'zel. He's terrified.
Has the tadpole ravaged your senses? Sympathy will not lead us to purity.
Yeah. I can ask the questions. He's probably more likely to talk to a tiefling than to another Githyanki. Stand down, I will not tell you again.
Kichoki. Fine.
Alright, you can breathe again, buddy. I won't let her hurt you.
Thanks. What do you want from me?
A bit of information. Where did you see the other Githyanki?
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us, for we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly, straight to the other side. Man, I just ran.
The map. Show me.
thank you for your help, and I'm sorry about my companion.
No hard feelings.
Alright, Lae'zel, you got the information you wanted.
The last time a subordinate questioned my judgment, I ate tongue stew that very night.
Don't threaten me. You shouldn't have to be so rough with him.
Rough? Soon you will be vomiting blood and tearing apart your own flesh.
When the tentacles sprout from your lips, will you still cry that I was rough?
You know, sometimes you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. Enough, you've made your point. Tell me what our next move is.
The Tiefling was clear. If there are Githyanki west of here, that must be our objective. Purification cannot wait.
We're Tieflings, with an F. Tieflings.
I am unfamiliar with the... well, I shall not say culture. Custom, perhaps. You will educate me on matters of this Fey run.
No. It's pronounced Faerun. Faerun. Alright, now that I've taken the piss, what do you mean, purification?
The creche holds the Zaithisk. It will cleanse us of the parasite. By covenant, I can say no more.
Alright, very well. Let's be on our way then. But first, I think it's a good idea to check out this grove to see if the healer here can help us at all. Oh, and we happen to stumble upon the prisons.
Your hands are shaking.
Put it down. She can't fight back.
That's the point. Get out of the way!
She didn't kill your brother, Arca. You're better than this.
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with.
Yes, goblins are inherently evil, but there's something horrendously cruel about just shooting somebody who's already in a prison cage. So Luna is going to step between the crossbow and the goblin.
Looks like the Absolute sent me a protector. You gonna kill her too?
What the hell is an absolute?
Move.
I'm bad at persuasion. I don't think I have any other sort of benefits. So we're gonna not really taunt her, but say no and shoot me. It should be easy, right? We're gonna call her bluff. We're absolutely giving ourselves guidance. Perfect, 11 and change.
What in every hell is wrong with you?
Just so many things.
Damn you. Damn it! Why do you care if a goblin lives or dies?
I don't, but she's a prisoner and her life is not yours to take. Ooh, but really, she isn't target practice either. I'm gonna go with a prisoner. She is a prisoner, and the people holding her as a prisoner might have further use to her, for her. So, she's a prisoner. Her life is not yours to take.
Your soft heart will be the death of us.
Oh, shush, Lae'zel.
The bars don't make her special. But fine. Whatever.
It's all right, Arca. Let's go.
Why does everybody disapprove of that?
Bite the heads off your kids.
Like, personally, I think it's a really crummy move to just shoot someone through the bars of their cage. So let's go ahead and talk to her.
Why you're protecting me? Don't care neither. It's too late to make friends, warg meat. My tribe's coming. They're gonna burn this pretty place for the glory of the Absolute and hang you by your guts.
Alright, you've said the Absolute a couple times now. Who is this Absolute that you are so fond of? Your god? I thought goblins had a different god.
Goddess. We're burning her name across the face of the world, we are. The Absolute is gold from the sky, she is. The blessing in the storm and the storm itself.
Huh. You caught my interest. Have any holy literature on you so I can learn a bit more?
My tribe can tell you everything there is to know. Absolute blessed one of our own. Priestess Gut. Got a whole lab set up. Cooks up potions that fix our lads, no matter how much of a beating they take. Could probably stick your head back on if someone was to chop it off. Mighty booyog.
I'd sooner swig a flask of acid than anything a goblin cooks up.
I mean, me too, but I do want some more information. I'd certainly like to meet this. It sounds very different from traditional goblin behavior.
Get me out of here, and I'll tell you where to find her. Deal?
Absolutely not. You've already told me what I need to know. I'll venture out and I will find your camp and this priestess myself.
Even if you did find my tribe, they'd set the wargs on ya. You need me. Get me out of here, and I'll tell them what a good friend you are.
No deal. I've already dealt with goblins and wargs once, and I can do it again.
Suit yourself. Looking forward to seeing what your innards look like.
Alright, so interesting. Luna realizes that the nearby goblins have a camp, and that they're differing from goblin behavior quite drastically. She is going to want to see what is making them behave that way. So we circle down here and we see a blacksmith hiding in a little tent.
Fighting off those goblins. If you need to replace any gear, just ask. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel.
This forge is holding on by a thread. Are you a smith?
Of sorts. Used to be a bread and butter tinsmith before Elturel fell into Avernus. These days my talents are more eclectic. Learned a lot in my time in the Hells. Hope to forget most of it. But between you and me, there's nothing in all the realms like the utter power of infernal machinery. Alas, my offerings are far more humble these days.
Good to know. If I see any infernal machinery, I'll be sure to let you know. In the meantime, let me see what you've got for sale. I don't have much to sell because I already sold it to the other merchant, but I did have that battle axe. And let's go ahead. Does he have a hand crossbow? Yes. Oh, but how am I not proficient in that? Are druids not proficient in any sort of bow? Oh, that's so interesting. I guess not. I guess it really doesn't matter because I'll be spending most of my time in wild shape. But let's go ahead and grab this shield and give it to Wyll. As a human, he should be proficient with them. And it will give him a +1 to saving throws, which is always nice. We turn around and see a cook brewing up something in a cauldron. Let's go ahead and talk to her.
You! Saw you fighting those slimy bastards. Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can.
Absolutely. If you're offering food, I will not turn it down.
Look, it ain't much, but
I'm surprised I didn't have a tiefling option.
The only way we'll make it to Baldur's Gate is to run, and run hard. If a gnoll catches your scent, you'll need every bit of strength. Trust me.
Thank you very much for the gruel. And we see a cute little old lady here.
If it isn't the talk of the camp. Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh.
What?
There isn't a bit of colour in those cheeks, Petal. Are you hurt? Cold? Feverish? Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore.
Oh, how sweet. Are you an alchemist?
Oh, nothing as fancy as that. But I come from a long line of women with a dab hand at such things.
Yeah, you can call yourself an alchemist.
You take a sip of that and you'll feel right as rain, sweetie.
Thank you. Might this concoction help with something a bit more serious?
Well, that depends. What's wrong, lovey?
I've got a condition, a rather unusual condition.
Oh, I've seen it all. I once had a fella who'd been caught dabbling with a dryad. The wife was none too pleased and introduced him to a pot of boiling oil. But worry not. I fixed him up, and depending on the lighting, He looks good as new. My point is, whatever ails you, I promise I've seen worse.
She is not to know of our ailment. Only a Gith healer may make us pure.
What is it, Petal? What's wrong?
Well, Luna does not want to put all of her eggs in one basket and trust that the Githyanki will be able to heal her. If this woman is offering some help, I'm gonna try and take it.
As you recount your adventure, Auntie Ethel nods along, her eyes wide.
You poor pet! My heart goes out to you, truly. I see no sign of a tentacle yet, but that could change in an instant. You need help. Serious help. I've ne'er a potion or lotion here that could do it, but... yes, I may have something at home.
Oh. Like what?
I've collected some interesting bits and bobs over the years. You'll have to stop by my house, just at the edge of the forest. Let me mark it on your map. I'll be heading back soon, so I can meet you there. Now, do you need anything? I have a few odds and ends for sale.
Yeah, why not? Show me what you got.
Hey, bother.
I'm gonna go ahead and buy these potions, and yes, I have enough for the invisibility potion. I don't think I will need any hill giant strength elixirs this playthrough, but she's a good merchant to get them from if I change my mind.
I'd hate if something happened to you. Take care, Petal.
Alright, with that, I think I'm going to leave it here for this episode. We're getting on 40-50 minutes in length, and that's about how long I want to keep these videos. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed our adventures here. In the next video, we are going to do a little bit more talking with some of the folks here in the Grove, and then venture off to do some exploration. So again, I hope you liked the video. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, and all that jazz. And until next time, I hope you all have a really great day. Bye-bye.
True.